Hey everybody, Shia here. In this video, I share 3 stories of just 3 people. This is the home I grew up in. My parents did something so interesting. They would take in homeless people.
Let's go in.
Throughout the years, we've had scores of people of all races, colors, and ethnicities. When I was younger, I didn't think much of it.
Look at that, 1882, the year the Brooklyn Bridge was built.
I just thought the people were weird. Now that I'm older, I understand it to be mental illness.
Hey everybody, I wanted to introduce everyone to my father. Abba, say hi.
Hi.
So, in this very room, a story took place. I was mentioning to everyone in the beginning of the video how you guys are so kind and would take in homeless people on a regular basis. Tell the audience what happened in this very room.
Well, about Elizabeth. She moved in, and she kept the door closed over there, and I would look in now and then, and I would tell her, it's getting very crowded in here. You should take away some of the stuff. And she said, oh yeah, I'm in the middle of doing it. And we just let it go, and eventually the stuff was stacked like this high over the whole floor.
That high. Can you imagine? That high?
There was almost no room, and she had like little paths like that through all the stuff, and she had a bed in some corner of the room, and she would have to climb over all the things and then jump into the bed.
Now, Abba, if you could tell them what happened when you actually got a cleaning crew to come and throw out her stuff.
What happened?
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
She came home and it was on the side, and everything was in front of the house, and you want to tell everyone?
She was very upset, and she started to cry, and she felt like throwing away her stuff was like throwing away a piece of her. But sometimes people are smart, but they're not so practical about, let's say, daily living skills. And they have trouble separating the garbage from the good stuff and keep it all, and become very attached to it. So that's a little bit about her.
Okay? We'll see you in the next room.
What if they all had something in common? What if they were all living in a misunderstanding? A misunderstanding so large, it kicked up their thinking like dust in the air, leaving them feeling lost, forlorn, which created a breeding ground for mental illness.
So I remember I would come home late at night and no one would be in the room. I'd flick the lights on, and all of a sudden I'd turn around and say, what was that? And there'd be someone lurking in the corner, just right there, right in that spot. The person would be lurking like this.
It's an inside-out job. It's not an outside-in one. It looks as if it's everything outside of you, but it's not. You see, the bigger the misunderstanding of what's the cause of your feelings, the more you suffer by life.
Okay, now I'm heading on down to where my room was.
When you clarify the true source of your emotional life and you correct the misunderstanding, there's less you need to take into account for your experience of life. The freer, more resilient you become.
So this was my room. One time when I was about 15 years old, I think, I came home and it was late at night, and I opened the door to go into my room, and lo and behold, what do I see? There was a naked 300-pound fat man sleeping in my bed. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I said, what are you doing here? You're in my bed. In which he turned over and looked at me, and he said, would you get out of here? They said I could sleep here. So that night, I spent the night sleeping on the couch. I felt I should make this as the end. I have dozens of stories about the people in my home, the people I grew up with. And I'm not saying that these people aren't suffering and facing significant challenges in their lives, to say the least. We all suffer at different points in our lives, but what I am saying is the suffering and pain that we experience are independent variables that don't have to do with our circumstances. The suffering and pain that we feel is not inherent to the circumstance itself. The more we fall into the illusion that our feelings and emotional state is dictated by the outside world, the more prey and victim we fall to that circumstance. And I think this should bring great hope to you and every single person on earth, because Sydney Banks used to say the achievement of mental stability and peace of mind is one thought away from everyone on earth. If we could only just find that one thought. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, push that like, forward to a friend, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one.
They're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. The house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are the Addams Family.